Listen to the Dreadhead Trader with a grain of black salt. Do your own due diligence. Do your own DD. Be your own designated driver. You cannot trust what I say 100%. Know I have your best interests and I always keep it 100. You see the funny thumbnail, y'all? You see Jake Paul being covered up by the AMC logo. AMC is on the ropes. It's getting beat up real bad, right? Look at the RSI. Down at the bottom. Hasn't been this low in quite some time, man. And I did my last AMC video on this date right here. December 23rd, 2 weeks ago. My bad for being gone, y'all. I'm not one of these YouTubers that pump up stocks and run when it gets tough. I'm here to the end, y'all. Good, bad, neutral with AMC. I have my own shares in this, but on the 23rd, there was a new bottom, right? And it consolidated for a bit after Christmas and went down to 161. And heading toward the new year, it started going down. New Year's Eve, this tanked all the way down to 154. And on the second, it went all the way down to 150, but got pushed all the way back up to 160. And this week, we're looking at 165 for the high. And as of today, the 7th of January, we are looking at a low of 151 time of recording. Right now it's 153. So this may seem like bad news to most of y'all. The reason why this specifically happened, the spike from 150 down to 160, is because of this. So it has been rumored, Adam Aaron, the CEO, put out a quote just on the second that back in September, there was a high level dialogue room between AMC and Netflix. And this rumor ended up becoming true. Why is that? Because on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, AMC showed the final series episode of Stranger Things, which is the popular show on the Netflix platform. In 231 US AMC theaters, the multi-hour cultural phenomenon of the series finale was in theaters. And in just those 2 days, more than 753,000 Stranger Things fans flocked to an AMC theater to personally join the celebration. What's wild about this, bro, is the admission was free, but required a mandatory purchase of $20 for $20 per person food and beverage credit. AMC collected more than $15 million in just 2 days from Stranger Things showtimes. This is why I'm not gonna sell all my shares. Yes, I'm down, but my average price, my average cost is 255. Why am I gonna take a loss? Why would I bail out the hedge funds? Why should the apes do the same thing? You might as well hold if you're down 30%, 60, 98%. What is the point? Because when you have news like this, and recently they did well with the Avatar release in Zootopia. Look at my last 3 videos on AMC. I'm going to have them on the screen at the end of the video if you stay tuned. But when you have news like this, with these movies and these shows, and now they merge with Netflix, which is one of the biggest tech companies in an entire country, the stock market, it's a FANG stock. They did their 10-1 stock split a few months ago in November of 25. I'm telling y'all, man, Netflix is gonna help this company just based on this merge alone. Yes, AMC is on the ropes, and I'm gonna go into Netflix stock in a quick second, but I'm just gonna show you what I see. So ever since Friday, when this spike happened from the new low of 150, it went up to 161, and this is a red candlestick. But look, it went up to 165. The sellers push it back down on Monday. And then come Tuesday, you see a hammer. You see a hammer. It went down to 152. This was just yesterday, and it went up to 162. So you see, the sellers are trying to push this down, but this is a new floor. The current floor was December 23rd, and people bought and pushed it up to 172. Now all of a sudden, it goes 150 back to 165, and now we're in the low 150s. In my general opinion, of course, my disclaimer means no financial advice, right? The lower this stock goes, the more YOLO buyers are going to come in, the more lotto ticket scratcher type of people are going to buy in at these prices. The apes are going to buy in. Heck, if it goes to $1, maybe I'll do a safe buying to lower my dollar cost average because I'm averaging down with this. I shouldn't have bought so many stocks, but hey, I'm being a man about it. I'm admitting it on YouTube. I'm not ducking the fade like a lot of these other guys that pop up and disappear. I'm here through adversity, like Martin Luther King said. You know what I'm saying? But for reals, you look at Netflix and they had their stock split exactly on the 17th of November, and ever since then, it's been going down. I bought a share earlier this morning at around 90.90, and ever since that day on the 2nd to start the year, this actually, dipped down $4 after that news with AMC and them merging and having their success with the Stranger Things finale episode. And it's been consolidating at this new low level between 92 and $89, but it's really in this box right here, like it's been kind of just moving in between since December 10th, and now it's the 7th of January. And when I stretch this out, it's also been like a bearish or a bullish type of flag over here. And if you look at AMC, it is also in this similar scenario with this bullish type of flag. And what goes down must come up. There's going to be a reversal at some point, I feel. Both of these stocks are beat up bad as far as the RSI being down, and there's more buyers slowly coming in. Look at the RSI on Netflix. Look at the RSI on AMC. Get rid of that. This is the options volume. So if you're doing options, calls, or puts, I'm showing y'all the calls because I'm optimistic, I'm positive, and I told y'all I bought a call that expires the next year in 2027 with AMC on the 15th of January. So that's a year from now. And it was $98. Now it's worth about 40. Am I doubling down? Most likely not. It has to come down a lot lower for me. I learned my lesson the hard way with my shares. So yeah, man, if you look at the volatility, it's at 153% for contracts expiring on the 9th. And even if you look at the one that expires next year in January, it's at over 100%. Look at all the open interest with the calls versus the puts. Look at this right here. Next week on the 16th, man. This is 571,000, contracts that are being favored over the 72 for the put. And if you look at the volume, there's more call volume than put volume in every single one of these expiration dates. Dark pool info for the day: 71% of AMC shares is off the exchange as usual. That's 12 million shares. And we only have 9%, which is 1.5 million that's actually in the market. So good things are happening for AMC shares, for AMC stock. You got Netflix now tied into it. Who else? Who else can say that this stock is dead in the water? Yeah, it looks bad. I'm not gonna lie, but history repeats itself. That's what I believe. If you look at the history, it bounces down from $2 last year. It goes all the way up to 12. Who's to say this can't happen again? We do not know. Do your own research before you listen to a random YouTuber covering AMC. Like, share, subscribe. We got to get this information out. We got to let people know the truth and the real with the manipulation and the fraud going on with AMC. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, Train G's with G. I'm out.